Hello and welcome back to my Flower Farmer Journals. I am picking some bits and pieces from the plot for a couple of bouquets I need to do today. These are gorgeous, look at these. I love this little daffodil. Don't ask me what it's called because I can't remember. And that's the same one. This one here is beautiful too, it's just starting to come out. And then there's a different one there too. Again, oh no, that is the same one. There should be 3 different types here. Oh yeah, these are the ones, they haven't opened yet. And I've got some willow, which has just got its little catkins on. Actually, it's a really pretty one. It's got little pink catkins. It's the first year that I've had anything on it. So I planted it as a tiny little stick about 2 years ago. And it's the first year it's had these little catkins on, and it's given me loads, look. So that does need coppicing, because that's actually really pretty. I love the little pink ones. So we'll be coppicing that and taking some cuttings and sticking them in of that one. Right, so I'm going to go and do these bouquets, and I will leave you quickly with a clip from last week. So we're actually in real time this week because last week I didn't do very much. I had a couple of days off. I wasn't feeling too great after Mother's Day, so I had some time off. So I'll leave you with a little clip of something that I did do last week, and then you'll rejoin me while I'm making these bouquets. First things first, I need to take my kids to school, but I just thought I'd show you something that I've just done. So the school just wanted to know if I had any spare flowers that they could use for measuring. This is a year 2, so I think these are 6-year-olds, I think, can't remember. So all I've done is everything that was just sort of going over from Mother's Day. I haven't cut anything, I haven't done anything, and I mean, some of them are looking a little bit ropey, but she said she didn't mind. She just wanted, they're just going to measure them. And she thought rather than measuring twigs and sticks, it'd be nice to measure flowers. So I've just done her a little mix of flowers, but I've carried on. I've made sure that I've got my branding and I've got a nice ribbon just to make it look a little bit prettier. So when it's sat in the office, which is probably going to be in there for a while, people will go, oh, where those flowers come from? And although they're not looking beautiful and they're not the best, I know the people in the office anyway, because I used to work at the school, and my daughter goes to that school, so I know them quite well, so they all know me. But for anyone that sort of pops in, they'll be, oh, where the flowers come from. It's just nice to always put your branding on stuff. So I've given them a little mix of everything, and I hope that's going to be enough for them to do some measuring with. I have stuck some daffs in, but obviously I've seen kids walking around with daffodils. Just make sure they don't eat them, that's all. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this morning. So I'm going to make my mum a lovely little Mother's Day bouquet out of the things I've got left, which is mainly just tulips and some daffodils and some eucalyptus. So I'll do that, and I might even do a quick video on how to wrap. I know people like to know how to wrap flowers, so I might do that as well. So I'm going to go and take the kids to school, do this, and we'll be back in. So we are in the garage, and I'm going to be making, I've got 2 of my recycled jar posies to do. This is the larger version of the jam jars, and actually is one of my best sellers as well. So my 2 best sellers are my box bouquet and the jar posy, and I think it's because they come in water. I think that's it. So all I'm going to do is, I've got some raffia, which I really need to work out a way of keeping raffia a bit better than in a vase. I've got a whole new one here. I wonder if I have to use that one. Let's try this one. So we're going to wrap these in raffia. So I haven't done the maybe this is a bad idea. I can't get it undone. So I haven't done you a video on wrapping yet, because the Mother's Day bouquet that I'd made for my mum last week, I was excited to go and see my mum, and I was in a rush, and I forgot to even take a photo of the bouquet that I made for my mum, and I didn't wrap it because I thought there was no point, because my mum's just going to take it apart and put it in a vase when she gets home anyway. So there was no point wrapping it. So I just wrapped it in some raffia and sent it on its way to her, when she was delighted with it. It was beautiful. It had all the yellows. I'm trying to think what it had in it now. I had the yellow tulips, oh, like these ones, and some white tulips, so a bit like pretty much the same as what I've got here today, and then a few daffodils. And we had the Sweet William. No, I can't think of anything else. Right, I need to source some better raffia, because this is really naff. So right, top tip, kind of, because this is really naff this year, but what I do is I normally get it from Lidl Aldi's, what's Aldi? No, Lidl. Lidl in the middle aisle. They do their gardening event, and they always have raffia, hessian and rope in their middle aisle, and it's normally about now, just to let you know, or coming soon. And I always get my raffia from there, but I've noticed, so what I do is I buy loads. Literally, I wedge my trolley full of everything when it comes on. The raffia, I don't know if I've got it here, it's really nice. It's about that wide, that long, like, and it's really good for going around funeral sheaths and things like that. So I do use that, and it's much cheaper. It's much cheaper, but the raffia is really naff. I don't know if you can see it. It's like brown at the ends. Look, this stuff. So I've been just using it for tying off rather than display. So I'm actually going to, when I go up to my mum's in Easter, there is a big wholesale up near her, and I'm going to go up there and see if I can get some decent raffia, because this is, so I have to pick through this. It's really rubbish. Okay. It's just going to take forever. Okay, so I don't know where we got to. What was I talking about? My camera just decided to turn itself off, and I didn't realise. So I wasn't getting annoyed with the raffia, although it is still on the floor. So I've done the jam jars, so they're both like this. So I like to put the raffia around first, just because I hate battling with the raffia. But I think they look really pretty once you've got flowers in them. So what was I saying? I was saying about the wholesale. Yes, so there's a wholesale up near my mum and dad, which is, they sell all floristry stuff. So I'm going to go in there when I go up at Easter, and see if I can get some decent raffia and have a look round. So maybe I'll take you with me. That's if I'm allowed. I'll ask. Right, so what have we got? I love these tulips. They are absolutely beautiful. And do you know what they remind me of? They remind me of Cadbury's mini eggs. So when they're all mixed up together, they look just like mini eggs. Or was that just me? It's just me. I love this colour. I absolutely love these yellow tulips. I think they're gorgeous. So we've got the yellow, the white and the pink. These jars are for the same person. So the person that's gifting them to them wants them to be ever so slightly different, because one's going in the living room, one's going in the kitchen. So I've also got with me, so one will be sort of more yellows and whites, and one will be more pinks and whites. That's the way I'm going to do it. And then I've got some viburnum, I've got some cherry blossom, I've got my gristalinia, because absolutely this time of year the colour is awesome. It's just a very lovely limey colour. And then I've got the bits I picked down on the plot. So I've got this lovely pink pussy willow. It's just, I don't know if you can see the pink on it. This one here. It's beautiful, real pink, beautiful. And then I also picked, because I've got hundreds of them, some blackcurrant. So I've picked some blackcurrant, and it's just starting here, but the smell coming off that, the blackcurrant smell, is amazing. And what'll happen is they'll just open up in the vase as the time goes on. And I know that these want to be quite rustic looking and sort of wildflowery, because that's what they've asked for. Oh, and I also got, hang on before I fall off my chair, some little tiny forget-me-nots to go in one of them, probably in the pinky purple one. Oh, can you see them? So pretty. It's the first ones. Some of them are a bit muddy, but just the way they were. And then I've also got what I had from the allotment, which was the daffodils in here. So I've chopped the daffodils down to a length that I know I need, so I don't have to snip them again, because normally I would have brought them in overnight and I forgot to go get them yesterday. So I'm happy to arrange them with other things, but I don't tend to keep them as fresh if possible. I like to have them like the day before, cut them, and then I try not to snip them again. But I have snipped them, and I've never found that it makes too much difference. I know a lot of people say that it shortens the life of the other flowers, but I don't think it shortens them that much. Right, I'm going to get on with this and do this, and I'll come back to you. That's them all done. So they're really pretty, look. I'm going to go and take some nice photos outside. But that's one, that's the pink and white, and I've got the little Can you see the little forget-me-nots and stuff in there? Really, I went and picked a few more because it's so pretty in it. And then the other one I've done the yellow, which I think looks really lovely. So I've put most of the daffodils in this one, with the little the willow, and then we've got the viburnum at the back. Yeah, I think they look really pretty, both really different. So I've just got to go and write a card and then deliver these. And if you want to know how I transport these go in these little trugs, and I've just wedged each one with some plum pots so they don't slide around. Yeah, so I use these for my jam jars for weddings and stuff as well. Brilliant. Whoops, that was a jam jar. Yeah, these things really good. Get yourself a couple of these. So I am on the plot, but I'm not staying. So I've been doing a bit of paperwork and stuff this morning, just because it was a bit miserable earlier. What is all this weather about? And I thought I'd go down this afternoon, and then I had a phone call saying could I do a gift bouquet, and it's from a lovely lady who orders a lot from me. So it was a yes, so now I'm just coming to collect a few extras to go into the bouquet, all my little extras I like to put in that makes them mine. So I've got some more of these lovely daffodils. So it's going to be very similar to the one that I did yesterday, but this is a wrapped bouquet. And I've just spied over here some really lovely forget-me-nots, and I've got loads here actually, but they're not long enough, but those ones over there look quite long, and they're really nice, like purpley colour. We've got to go across here. Let's try and do this together without falling in, shall we? Yay, go. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to get to these. So I did have willow growing all the way along here, but someone very kindly trimmed it for me. Not kindly, thinking that they were doing me a favour, and shot the lot right to the ground, and it's never come back. But these are the forget-me-nots. Maybe if I put these ones down. Let me put these down first. Okay, and let's climb through. Okay, let's go down. Ow. Ow. Actually, let's take some of this out. Got the stupidest snips for this. This is not what they're designed for. Okay, get rid of a few of these. And down. Okay, and there they are. Oh, now we've got to go through the other ditch. There's an egg. That's weird. Okay. Honestly, the things we do for flowers, this is what customers don't always see, is the struggle just to put that little bit extra into a bouquet. Okay, I am actually falling into the ditch. Let's stand up. Right, I'm going to, so the length on these is really lovely long length. Don't break them. But they don't like to be out of water for long, so I need to get them into water ASAP. Let's see what I can pick. Oh, but I can get a fall in. Now, I don't want loads because these are just going to add a little bit extra just to the bouquets to make them look just that little bit more special. Just to make them stand out from the crowd. Right, let's leave some for the insects. One more. And we're done. These are so pretty. Right, now to get out again. So while we're down on this plot, I thought I'd show you, I've got big plans for this plot because, as I said, it's always underwater, it's always a little bit wet, which is actually really good in the summer. So I'm thinking this is going to be a great place to put my hydrangeas and a lot of other foliage. So I'm going to completely redo this whole plot into foliage only. So it'll just be like a big hedge all the way around with the polytunnel in the middle. My herb bed is non-existent now because it's too wet and the herbs don't like it, so everything's died. So yeah, oh, and let me show you these. These are my tulips from last year that I did in crates, and I had them, anything I could find actually, so I've got some pots there as well, but they weren't intentionally put, they were there to pull. And then any that went over last year and didn't get pulled, I left in the ground, and I forgot they were there, so they've all come up. So they're useless again, but I'm tempted to actually take these out and put them in the garden, because that's 2 years in a row they come up with really lovely long stems, so I might just put these in the garden and enjoy them. Really pretty though. I love this like creamy one. I can't even remember where I got them from. They are pretty, but yeah, you can see on here, this has actually got cardboard all the way across it, and then I put all the pots on top. These buckets here have got peonies in, but I don't think they've made the winter this year. They were old ones anyway. That's my big bay, which you've seen before. So all of this, it's looking really bad down here, but we did clear it all this time last year, and it was lovely down here. But I'm going to plant shrubs in all the way along here. The eucalyptus does really well, which I'm surprised because it's so wet, but it does seem to like it. The willow clearly does very well. I need just going to get some more of that willow actually for this bouquet. So I really want to grow lots of hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas, and I think this is a perfect place for them for the minute until I can find somewhere larger and more permanent. So this is the polytunnel. You can see inside the polytunnel it is complete derelict. Didn't use it at all last year, because by the time I came around to using it, it was when it was really hot. It was so hot in there that I just didn't use the polytunnel at all last year, really. So it's a bit derelict, and it's just got a lot of rubbish in it. But that's it. It won't take long to get it back. It's just doing it. So this is the lovely pussy willows. I love them, they're so pretty. This is the little pink one. So I'm definitely going to put some more of this in. Look at all the worms that are coming from this compost that I had the other day. There's loads in here, they're all hiding from me now. I don't know what he's making there. But yeah, this black compost is full of these worms. And I don't know if they've come up from my soil into the black compost from here. This is where I'm digging them out, this is where I found them. Or if they were in the compost. I don't remember seeing them when I moved it, so I think they've come up from my soil. But yeah, I'm just covering this in the compost, and then I'm going to start digging out from over there in that bed there all the perennials. I'm going to start planting them over here. That is what I'm doing today. So on these beds, what I'm doing is I'm actually using the black compost as a bit of a soil improver rather than a mulch. So I'm going to be digging, well actually I'm just going to rake it over the top and then sort of dig it in when I put the other plants in. So what's happened is I've not really noticed it before, maybe it's just because it's so waterlogged, but this is the soil, and as you can see this is the soil mainly before the black's in it, and look at it, it's just forming. I mean, it's like clay, you could model with it, and I've never really noticed this on my soil before. Look, you can roll it. I mean, it's still breaking apart, so I think it is just really badly waterlogged. So I noticed when I was digging this the other day, I dug it, it was actually raining, it was so waterlogged when I was digging it. So what I've done is I've just been digging over slightly just to get some air into the soil and aid the drainage. But you see, it does crumble again. You can make it crumble again. It used to be really lovely soil, especially on this part. This side was the nicest soil. People that had this plot before me used a lot of organic matter in it, and it was really rich. So for the last 2 years, so I've had this plot for this will be my third year working this plot. So for the first year I didn't do anything, and last year I put chicken manure pellets and a bit of bloodfish and bone down whenever I planted anything, but that was it. I don't like to put any artificial fertilisers in if possible. So I haven't done anything, so that's why I'm not sure I've really noticed the soil before, because I've only ever like raked over. I don't like to overly dig the soil. But yeah, it's so clumpy, but it could just be it's just so wet at the moment. It doesn't sort of crumble like I was expecting it to. So I'm definitely going to be putting, so you can see the difference with the compost. So by putting the compost in, I'm not even going to dig it in too much, I'm just going to rake it over the top and then plant into it. I'm just hoping it might aerate the soil slightly. So I've dug it twice now. I've dug this area twice, but not double digging. I'm not the old-fashioned double digger. I've just dug it that first time just to aerate the soil, and sort of, I think it was just a bit compacted, because it's had the black matting over it as well for a year. And I think that's what's compacted it, because last year I was walking on it, because I had the black matting on, I was just walking on it to get to the plants. So this is another reason I've decided to change the way I do the beds, is by doing the smaller beds, about half a metre wide. I can actually stand either side of it and plant, so I can put my legs either side of it and then plant into it, and then I can reach over for definite. I won't be walking on it, and I'm going to have small paths up the sides of each one so I can get in and cut. But yeah, I want to try and not dig too much and just end up just mulching from now on, but this really did need a good going. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. Joy. It's nice to be out and it's not raining for once though, so that's a bonus. Does mean there's a lot of people on the allotments though, but there we go. I'm used to being here on my own. So I'm going to see if I can move some of these phlox. I'll see if I can find them, because they haven't really started sprouting yet, so I'm just going to go on the fact that I can see where there's some labels and dig, and hopefully that's them, and then I can divide them, because some of them are quite big. Right, let's do that. So I've decided not to move the phlox just because I can't find them, because they've not grown enough yet, and I've got labels where they all are, but the geums are really romping on and they need moving out of this bed as well. So I'm going to do that, and they really need dividing, because these are 3 years old now and they're actually quite big. They're tiny little plug plants when I bought them, and so this is how I'm dividing them. Okay, so this isn't very easily one-handed, but what you're going to do is just going to push right down through and divide them away from each other like that, and that way. It's as easy as that to divide perennials. Most perennials, like there's a root there, so just going to push on it. There we go. So what you'll see here, that's the roots there, so that's what I've just cut through, is a root here, and that's the other side of it. So this is either, I can make that into another, so this one I could make into another 2. So if I go here, I can pull these 2 apart here as well. So what I'm going to do is, some I'm going to leave in larger clumps and some I'm going to leave in smaller clumps, because I've got quite a few here, and these are the Mai Tai, so they're like really nice pale orangey pink colour, and I've got quite a few growing here as well, up here, and then I've got a really nice red one, which is this one here, which is really long. It has really amazing tall stems, and that one actually came from, believe it or not, Poundland, the red one. I've had that for about 4 years, and it was in a pot for about 2 years, and then I planted it in the ground and it just whooshed on, and it's probably my favourite one. So it doesn't look like it's going to be as easy to divide that one for some reason. It seems to be coming, but I'm going to divide that one as well, because the red one, it's got such long stems, it's brilliant for cut flowers. And then behind me here is my solidago. So this was all in this sort of mossy soil. So this was a mistake I did a few years ago, is I used my grass clippings from my top lawn to mulch, and it just made this real mossy mess, which is easy to move. It really compacts the ground. But yeah, these are my solidago. Not even sure I want to keep these this year. mainly because last year they all came at the same time, and then they went over really quickly. So once they get really yellow, they're not very much use. I like them when they're a little bit green. Yeah, when they're a little bit green is they're much more usable in bouquets. The yellow is very yellow, and sometimes it's a bit too yellow in a lot of bouquets. So I'm thinking of possibly digging it up and taking it home, but at the moment there's no home for it at home. So and it needs digging out of this bed, so I might just leave it in for a little bit longer until I can find somewhere for it at home, because I do use it, but I don't want as much as I've got of it, if that makes sense. So I've come to the garden centre to get some compost, and I can't decide what compost to get. There's too much choice here, but I think I'm going to go for the, I'm not really sure, but I need some farmyard manure, so I'm going to have one of those, and I'm thinking of getting the Melcourt all-purpose peat-free compost, so hopefully I can put seeds into that as well. I've never used it, but I have heard good things about it. I need a bag of farmyard manure. Yes, let's get that. Anyway, let's have a look around the garden centre at the same time. Just spoke to a very helpful person in the garden centre, told me what compost to get, so we are going for the Melcourt. So we're having that, 2 of those. I wanted 4, but I can't fit 4 in because I've got the dog. Just realised I've got a dog, no room, and it's really wet, and I don't really want wet stuff on my car seats. So we're just going to take 2. So ready. I'm just going to have a look. I'm not allowed to buy anything else though. I'm going to have a look. So I really love having baskets and pots outside my front door. So I do like to look at all this stuff. It's all a bit early for this at the moment, so I wouldn't put it out yet. But it is looking lovely. The sweet peas are looking good. In fact, last year I did buy some sweet peas from here for £2.99, and at that stage already, so mine are just coming up to this stage now. Yeah, this is a really great place to get them from, to be honest. If you haven't started them, just come here and get some. What's this? Poppies. Really brightly coloured primroses. Right, let's go over here. Now this I could do with. This is the viburnum, and this is Eve Price, and I really like this one. These are huge, but they are £116, so I'm not having these ones. But this is what I want a few more of. I've got one, actually I've got 2 really lovely ones, but they haven't got as many flowers on, probably because I keep cutting them. That's probably why. Let's see what else we can find. I love being in here. I could just spend hours in the garden centre. I'm just happy. Bring me to a garden centre and I'm happy. Even in the rain, which maybe we won't go. Oh, look at the roses. Now, I'm not allowed to buy any more roses because I bought some the other day, which I haven't shown you yet, but we will be putting those out. But I do love coming here, and let me show you the roses that I saw with my mum. This is where me and my mum came for the other day for our little Mother's Day meet-up. And we had lunch here. It was really lovely. Let's have a look. These ones here, these are the best roses for, is the timeless. So these are the best roses for cut flowers, because they are thorny, but when they send up their new shoots, they're not actually that thorny, so there's not a lot to take off, and they have really long stems on the roses. So I really want to get a cream, so I think I'm going to come back and get a cream one. We've got quite a few here, and the smell on these is amazing as well. Really, really good. So definitely, so you've got the Timeless Cream, Timeless Charisma, this one I've got, Timeless Purple I haven't got, what I do want. I've got the Timeless Pink. So I've got 2 of the Charisma and 1 of the pink, and I really, really want this like peachy colour. That's a paler pink. Actually, this is a different pink. This looks paler than the others. I don't know if it's just the way they've printed the cards. But yeah, if you want to get 1 or 2 roses, get one of the Timeless varieties. They are fantastic. So the Timeless variety was one of the ones I very first started out with cut flowers. And do you know what? I got them from Wilko's, back when Wilko's was a thing. It's not anymore, it's gone. But they were £4.99. what a bargain. And these ones are 19 quid. I do really like that cream one. I just walked past one that I really like. I wanted to show you this harlequin one. Oh, where did it go? Here. Look how pretty this one is. So, this one, I've had this one before in my old house, and I didn't dig it up. I left it there. I was gutted. I got it for a birthday present, and I left it there. And it goes through the most amazing thing. It starts off like yellow, then goes pink, and then goes orange. It changes colour. It's amazing. It's really pretty. Again, that's quite expensive. So, but that is one that I do want back because I do miss that one. It was a really lovely rose. But I love roses personally. I don't tend to use them as cut flowers that much, just because they're never sort of ready when I needed them, and I haven't really got enough to have like bundles of all the same one. So I'm starting to get a collection of certain colours now. So I'm very, but I just love roses. I just absolutely love roses. So I can't grow them at home because of the deer. So I've been putting them on the allotment just so that I can enjoy them. So as long as they're there, I don't mind. But I'm a bit of a sucker for a rose, so I'm now walking away from them because otherwise I'm going to buy that one, and I don't really need it. Always good to check out the Poorly plant sale. See what's here. The heucheras are good because these will just keep on coming back. And these actually have some really good flowers. I do use these for cut flowers sometimes. So that's not so bad. I got one of these white currants from here the other day. They've got some aqualedras. Oh, they're nice ones. And what were they? It's 8 quid, so they're like £4. I like the ivy actually. The ivy's quite good. Peonies, look. How much they are? Don't know. I've got peonies. I don't need any more peonies. So I am actually going to go to another garden centre in a couple of weeks because I need to get some brachyglottis and I need some more foliage plants basically, but there's a garden centre that is a little bit further away from me that I'll take you to, which I need to go to get a few foliage bits from. It's huge as well. It's a really big garden centre, so we'll go there. But for the meantime, I'm leaving the plant section because otherwise I will buy something, and all I've come in for is compost. Although the lupins are looking quite nice. They're looking quite healthy. Mine are just starting actually, that I grew last year. So, it's just started really raining, so let's go. That's my cue to get out of here. Run! So I just saw these. This is one that I really want. This is Phytocarpus dark gold even. I've wanted one of these for ages. I love that limey green colour. I know Georgie at Common Farm Flowers has this, and they always look amazing. And then I found the Red Baron as well. This looks lovely. But they're really tiny. I think I need to buy something a bit bigger. Mind you, they're £4.99, so it's a fiver. I wonder if I've got any offers on. But that's going to be a long time before you can cut those. So I think I need to get a few that are a bit bigger, and then maybe a few smaller ones. I think 5 would be enough altogether, but obviously it's a long time to wait. Don't know how quick they grow. I like this. Amazing fish. So you can come here and you can feed the fish. My daughter loves coming here to this garden centre, and I leave her by the fish, feeding the fish. Pretty girl though. Amazing. Imagine having that in your house. My husband would love that. He absolutely loves koi carp, and he's forever wanted to build a big pond for them. We've just not got enough land for it. And we live on a massive hill as well, so that'll be a nightmare. Right, let's not go this way. We do not need any more seeds. Definitely not. This is the place that had the really good seed trays that I was talking about the other day. Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, these ones. These are the seed trays that I really like. So I did go and buy the hard trays in the end, but I like these. these green ones, I find everything grows really well in these. And do you know what these are made out of? 7-Up bottles. And so I was told that they call them, well, the garden centre that I use, like I use a lot for my making my funeral stuff. So they call them the 6-Up. So they get them in the 6-packs, and they call them the 6-Up packs because they were made out of 7-Up bottles. Yeah, so these last. If you want to get trays, these last really well. They're way better than those flimsy ones. Although the grey ones I got from B&Q the other day have been really good, and they seem a bit more sturdy. But yeah, these I've had before, and these last really well. They don't crack as long as you look after them. Obviously, something about this. I think the roots grow better with this. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm thinking I might get some of these trays because these were good, and I've got. In fact, what I need is these ones. No, not those ones. I want a bigger pack of those. I can't see. Oh, it's right in front of me. Hang on. No, that's not it either. These ones, but that's not it either. I don't think they've got the ones I want. This is like a 24 cell tray, like a standard tray, like these, but in the 24. I haven't got them. I'm sure this is where I got them from last year. It was, definitely. Maybe they're somewhere else. Let's have a look. No, this is just the pots, although I do need these to put my poppies in, but I wanted to get, that's the ones I wanted, these, those ones, that's the ones I want for my poppies. So they are, how much are they? £2.99, and then all I do is plant the poppies into that, and then plant them straight in the ground, because then there's no root disturbance. But actually I'm thinking not to get the round ones. I'm going to go for square because then you get more in a tray. Always go square pots, don't go round pots. Square's so much easier, you get so many more in. So, are they the same price? Yes, £2.99, let's get the square ones. That's 20, maybe we'll get 2. Maybe we'll get 2. Yeah, right, let's get those. So that's the compost in. I've had to cover it with a that's the milk cork compost. I've covered it with a towel just to dry it off a bit because it's so wet. It's raining. Lemon rain. Anyway, so now I can carry on with carry on with my seed sowing because I didn't have enough compost, so I haven't done any for a couple of days. So I really need to crack on with the seeds. So I can get on with doing that. I better go because I'm in the way of everyone else getting compost. So I'm back down onto the plot. I've put the compost into the polytunnel and then got here and realised that the seeds are at home. Story of my life. I took them home because there's mice and I didn't want to leave the seeds in the polytunnel. And then I took them out of the car. Don't even know why I took them out of the car. So now they're at home, so I can't put the seeds in. But while I'm here, I have dug out the rest of the GMs because the clump's really big actually. So out of the 5 original plants I have, I managed to get 17 plants out of it. So I've got 17 from here downwards. Some are smaller than the others. I'm hoping I haven't made them too small, that they won't flower very well this year, but never mind. If they don't, they don't, but they'll be brilliant for next year. So yeah, 17 there, and I've still got the red one to do. I haven't done the red one yet. But that's perfect. So from 5 I've got 17, and that will fill that gap really lovely. Even if I don't get flowers this year, but this is a perfect time of year to do it. So the soil, I hope it's not too windy for you. The soil is warm, and it is warm. It's really warm today. As I'm putting them in, I've watered them in, and I think it is going to drop. The temperature is going to drop in the next couple of days, but that's fine. They're going to be fine. They'll romp on. Just got a last red one to dig out. Which I'll do another day, but I have to go and pick my children up from school now. It is Friday, so I'm going to leave this video here, otherwise it's going to be a really long video, and I don't want you all to get bored and then not come back and watch again. So I just want to say thank you very much to everyone that bought me a coffee this week. that's fantastic. There was a few teething problems. I didn't really know what I was doing. Technology and me aren't the best, but I managed to sort it out. So thank you so much to everyone that did, and if anyone wants to buy me a coffee, the link will be down below, and it should work this time. Should work. Any problems, obviously, give me a message and I'll sort it out. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this week's video. It's been a bit of all sorts, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.